don't be surprised if we see a pretty crazy weekend out of the markets, out of Bitcoin and crypto. We have a perfect setup, I think, for some volatility. And Trump definitely likes to make announcements over the weekend. So let's talk about that, along with all the Bitcoin companies that are coming out today. I think 3 or 4 new companies have announced that they're going to be accepting Bitcoin or putting on their balance sheet. Not all of them are going to work out, to be clear. This is something I think a lot of people kind of mess up on when they are seeing all these announcements. So let's go through it. Let's talk about where Bitcoin's at right now, what you need to know. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade crypto, there's a link to WEEX underneath the video. You can get set up in just a few minutes because they don't KYC and you don't need a VPN. You can get some of these new account rewards too. You can start trading, and the first 100 people will actually get 100 USDT. And then once you start trading a little bit more, you get more in rewards. You can actually see it here because I'm logged in on the other page. It won't show, but depending on how much you trade, you can get all the way up to 9,000 USDT. And we have something similar to that on BTCC right now too. So check out those underneath the video, along with, there are links to BTCC and CoinW in those as well. So if you want to trade, check out those links underneath the video. I really like these platforms. I use multiple platforms, to be clear, as well. Now, Bitcoin sitting right around 103,000, 104,000 here today, just kind of fluctuating back and forth, back and forth. It's kind of a quiet market today. The traditional markets are green. The NASDAQ up about 0.6%. So pretty good day today after the market was down a little bit yesterday. We have seen a big announcement that could affect Bitcoin. It's not specific to Bitcoin though, but you can see a lot of companies over the last 24 hours announcing Bitcoin related news. Brazilian public company Melies, I might be butchering that name, but they became the first public treasury company in the country buying $28.4 million worth of Bitcoin. So they bought about 274 Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. Basel Medical Group, BMGL, announced plans for a $1 billion Bitcoin acquisition. So many people hear about this and they're like, oh, well, if all these companies are buying $1 billion worth or $500 million worth of Bitcoin, why isn't it going up? Well, to be clear, they announced that they want to buy $1 billion. This is not a big company. They're at $41 million now. They went up 15% yesterday, and now they're down 16% here today. So over the last 5 days, they're down actually 49%. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting company. It hasn't been around for a very long time, as far as I can tell. At least publicly, I think it's only been available for trading for a month and a half or so, which is kind of crazy. Or maybe it just isn't showing up before that. But yeah, a lot of these companies are kind of last ditch efforting, getting into Bitcoin. You can see the same thing with Heritage Distilling Company. They announced something pretty similar, that they want to, I think, accept Bitcoin as payment, and then also they want to add it to their treasury. And yeah, they're down like 84% in the last 6 months, and they've only been trading for 6 months. They're a $4 million market cap. So not all these companies are going to work out, to be clear. Some of them are just trying to get their hands on some Bitcoin, reinvigorate the company, but they are failing companies. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Don't just buy everything that is buying Bitcoin, right? Steak and Shake, though, very well-known brand. They officially began accepting Bitcoin at all locations here today. Pretty cool. This is a receipt that someone had from Steak and Shake, and they have the exchange rate. 1 USD equals 966 sats. And then they have the fiat amount as well. They say all Bitcoin transactions are final. Please consult your local regulation regarding refunds and tax obligations. But how cool is that? How cool is that you can go to a restaurant and buy with sats? Now, not everyone's going to do that. Long term, probably not the smartest idea. But some people do want to spend their sats and see, Bitcoin as a transaction medium. They want to see that grow. So pretty cool that you can go to Steak and Shake and use sats now. I'm sure that there will be some people that hear about this that start looking into crypto a little bit more and then buy some Bitcoin. Publicly traded company Heritage Distilling, that's what I was just talking about a minute ago, now accepts Bitcoin payments and will hold Bitcoin on their treasury reserve as a treasury reserve asset. Now, like I said, some well-trusted brands like Steak and Shake are buying, and IBIT continues to buy. This is their inflows by day. This is not all of their inflows. Like they had inflows even before this. I think they've had 20 or 21, 22 consecutive days. This is about 10 of them. Yesterday, they had 410 million in inflows. The day before, 233. The day before that, 70 million, then 356. Like, they're swallowing up so much Bitcoin. It's amazing. It's amazing how much is flowing into the IBIT ETFs. Now, zooming out from Bitcoin and crypto for a second, talking macro. A Ukrainian foreign ministry spokesman said that Zelensky is ready for direct negotiations with Putin. I've heard other rumors about this too, that they're willing to come to the negotiating table. Trump obviously wants to get this done, wants to put this behind us, and I think this would be obviously very good for the markets. That might be part of the reason the market's up a little bit today. So yeah, I think this could be very bullish, and this obviously has been something that's been on the market's mind for years now. I think it was 2023 or 2022 that this war started, and at the time, like, this freaked out the market. Like, people thought this might be World War III. It was being called World War III by a lot of people, and now it looks like they might come to a peaceful resolution. Of course, we've heard this before, so who knows? But I would not be surprised if somehow this came out over the weekend, or Trump said something about this. And then, what can people trade on the weekend? Can they trade stocks? Can they trade real estate? No, they trade Bitcoin and they trade crypto. So don't be surprised if something like that happens. It seems like Trump really likes to make Sunday announcements as well. I don't know if you've noticed that, but he loves to start the market, he likes to make announcements before the futures market opens and just kind of set the market on a green streak right to start the week. So obviously, I could be completely off here. Who knows? It could always escalate. But right now, things seem to be looking up. If you look at VOO since the bottom, and actually, apparently it's been up every day this week. I thought it was down yesterday, but over the last month, it's almost straight up into the right, up 13%. There have only been a few days where we actually traded down. You can see one there, 2, 3, and that's it. 3 days in the last month. And from the bottom, we actually fell down further than this intraday, but it's up 20%. So yeah, the market looks good. Let me know your thoughts on this. Again, if you want to trade crypto, if you feel like crypto is going to go up and you want to use low leverage, or you want to get more aggressive too, you can do that with the links underneath the video. Like I said, some pretty sweet bonuses right now. If you're going to go to the Bitcoin conference but you haven't gotten your ticket, use the link underneath the video. You get 10% off. If you're someone that's in crypto and you have a significant amount in crypto, you should go to one of these conferences. There's no way around it. You should go experience it. It's an awesome place to kind of get hyped up about crypto, stay on track, learn, buy some Bitcoin art even. Like, they have a lot of very cool Bitcoin art. I've been looking at it for years, but I have not bought any yet, but I kind of want to at some point. So yeah, if you want to check that out, there's a 10% off code to it underneath the video. I really do appreciate it. It's not too late because they are selling tickets for another 10 days. I think the conference starts in 11 days. So yeah, check that out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.